I told you how long we got, all the time in the world. I've got a thing for you, you've got a thing for me. I've got my mind made up, you've got my heart, you know. You've got a thing for me, you've got a thing for me.
Hey guys, remember me? I'm Sarrbasi. It's been a while since I've made a video and I have excuses, really good ones, kind of. So this is going to be a skincare and foundation tutorial because someone asked me about my skin and someone asked me for foundation, so I decided to just combine the two, and they both go really well together, so I hope you enjoy that. And yeah, let's get started. To provide the perfect base for foundation, you need to have great skin. I do not, by any stretch of the imagination, have perfect skin, but it is important to strive for perfect skin. I've always had a skin regimen that I've followed religiously since I was 12. That's when I started getting pimples. It stunk. I was a bit of an early bloomer. Having a ton of experience with this stuff, I've learned that my skin changes pretty dramatically when I start a new strong regimen. But after a while, my skin gets used to that regimen and starts to break out again. So I came up with a solution. To keep my skin guessing, I switch between 2 different regimens every month. Now last summer I had a bit of time to myself, so I decided to go to the library and study some skincare. Then I came across a book called Don't Go to the Makeup Counter Without Me. I was instantly obsessed. There are also sections in the beginning that explain how to get rid of wrinkles, I think rosacea and acne and stuff. So I basically memorized the acne section. I learned there are 2 crucial chemicals you need for clearer skin: benzoyl peroxide and beta-hydroxy acids. Benzoyl peroxide is used to dry out the parts of your face that have acne, to dry out the clogged pore. Once it dries out, the dead skin and the pimple itself will fall off. Beta-hydroxy acid, also known as salicylic acid, is a bit different. It actually exfoliates your skin. You're probably thinking, I don't feel any scrub in my salicylic acid treatment. Where are the little beads and scratchy things? Well, this is different. It actually exfoliates your skin chemically, lifting dirt and oil and dead skin from your pores. Did you know dead skin clogs pores the most? Ew. But it is good to use a very, very gentle scrub every other day to smooth out the rough patches. People tend to think that chemicals are bad for your skin, when really the opposite is the case. Things like mineral oil, plant fats, and natural fragrance tend to irritate and congest your skin more. So in my 2 regimens, one regimen uses a low percentage of benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid twice a day. In my second regimen, it uses high percentages of benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid once a day. Once a day. So here's my first regimen. I use the Proactiv system with a little bit of a twist. The first thing in the morning, I use this cleanser, and yes, it is a scrub, but it's gentle enough to use every day. Yes, it does say it has benzoyl peroxide in it, but not enough to really be effective, since it already goes down the drain anyway when you wash your face. So here's the twist. I didn't really like the toner in Proactiv system because it was kind of pointless, too soothing. It didn't have any really good chemicals in it to clear your skin. So I switched to Clinique's Acne Solutions Clarifying Lotion, and it has a low percentage of salicylic acid, but enough to be effective. So when you use this, you need to shake it because the powdery stuff at the bottom of the bottle tends to settle down there. So you need to shake it up so that all the ingredients are in there on the cotton ball. Then take your cotton ball and wipe it all over your face. Then I take a dime-sized amount of this repairing lotion and I massage it all over my face. It's pretty soothing and it does have a good amount of benzoyl peroxide in it. And if you have acne scars, this will clear them up too. Since they both are a small percentage, they work together really well. This is my moisturizer. It's Lancome's AquaFusion Continuous Infusing Moisturizer with SPF 15, and I put it on my face and my neck. I love the smell of this. This isn't for everyone because it's a bit expensive, around $40, and it's for normal combination skin. It comes in different finishes for different people, but it is expensive. So when choosing the correct moisturizer for yourself, make sure it has at least SPF 15. You need to wear SPF every day, even in the winter. If you want a recommendation for a cheaper moisturizer, I would probably stick with Biore Pore Minimizing Moisturizer. It has SPF 15, and I think it's the best moisturizer I ever used from a drugstore. Then at night, I use makeup removing wipes before I use my cleanser because it doesn't take off the makeup since it is a scrub. And I use Neutrogena's makeup removing wipes, and they are pretty good. I think a splurge would be the MAC wipes. I think they're completely pointless because they're just taking off makeup. Anything can really do that, especially at a drugstore. Don't waste the money on MAC. Then I use the Proactiv Cleanser, the Clinique Toner, the Proactiv Repairing Lotion, and that's it. I don't need a moisturizer at night, that's kind of pointless. My second regimen is something that I formulated from the book that I talked about earlier. So first thing in the morning, I use Neutrogena's Fresh Foaming Cleanser. It leaves my skin so fresh and clean, but I think the fragrance is a little bit irritating to your skin. Still, it's pretty good for what it is. Normally people would use toner here, but since we're using a higher percentage of both benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid, we just need to use each of those products once a day. So in the morning and at night, 2 different products. So therefore, I use Clean & Clear's Maximum Strength Persagel 10. This stuff is super, super strong. It has the highest percentage of benzoyl peroxide that you can find on the market, besides things you can get for prescription. Since it's so strong, only use it as a spot treatment. And after this, I do an extra step. I use Clinique's Even Better Skin Tone Corrector. And like the name, this stuff will correct an uneven skin tone, dark spots, and my main problem, acne scars. I've used this stuff on and off in the past, and it really has significantly lightened my scars. Then I use my Lancome moisturizer, and then I'm all set for the day. Then at night, I use the foaming cleanser. I do find this a little irritating to the eyes, so sometimes I'll use the makeup wipes first, and then I'll use this, depending on how heavy my eye makeup is that night. Then I'd use Neutrogena's Acne Stress Control 3-in-1 Acne Treatment. This stuff has a very significant amount of salicylic acid in it, but it's very comfortable to wear at night because of its hydrating ingredients. And lastly, I'd use Clinique's Even Better Treatment. Since there's no gentle scrub in this regimen, I use Philosophy's The Micro Delivery Exfoliating Wash every other day in the shower. I've only recently started using this, but it seems to be working pretty well, and it's very, very gentle. So that's a plus. Here's a link if you'd like to purchase Don't Go to the Makeup Counter Without Me, or check it out at your local library. It's definitely worth your time. Or if you're looking for something to read electronically, here's a link to the author's Beautypedia website. It has the same reviews and tips that you would find in the book and even more.